Hi, my name is Gio. I recently took the Next Level Studios LA Showcase and I found great success in that. I was offered representation by 5 managers and an agent, and I also got a chance to connect with a number of contemporaries and peers in my field that feel how I feel right now, and the whole experience was much needed after a very long COVID lockdown. So I hope that it is as meaningful for you as it was for me.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for this weekend. It was so incredibly fun to just act again, and also just so professionally exciting. I keep telling people, so I moved here in LA in June, so 6 months ago, and I felt like the industry is like a snow globe and I can't find my way in. And after this weekend, I feel like I'm sucked into the snow globe now. I feel like I finally have a path in, thanks to you. I've had 3 people contact me, 2 managers and 1 agent. Calliope West contacted me. I just had my meeting with Stein Entertainment Group, and then I have a phone call with Master Talent Agency tomorrow. So I really could not thank you enough. Everyone there was so nice to me, including yourself, and walking out after the audition, every time that you would just give me the thumbs up, I felt good. It was great. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to keep using one-on-one forever, because they're just the best. So thank you again.
Hi, my name is Deanna Lee, and I just recently did the LA trip with One-on-One, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. The first thing I want to say is that I met such incredibly talented and wonderful fellow actors, along with staff members from One-on-One who are just genuine people who care and who support you, and they are there to help you, and I felt nothing but that. Not only did I meet such wonderful people, but I also was able to get an interview with Colin Harp. Now I have representation with his management group, Stein Entertainment Group. And that's because of this showcase. And so I'm incredibly grateful that I said yes to this opportunity. At first, I wasn't going to show up because I was full of fear, doubt. I was making excuses. I didn't know if I had the money for it. I just said, you know what? Deanna, you've been asking for an upgrade in your life. This is it. Go do it. Jump in. If I have any advice for any other actors who are debating on going to any of these trips, whether it's in Atlanta, New York, LA, if you're looking for representation, if you're ready to level up your career and your professional world, this is it. The other advice that I will say is be you. That's what they want to see. And so have that confidence in being you. And that was the one thing that I brought to the table and that I really had intended to bring. And I got such great feedback on that. So just show up, do the work, and take the jump and do it, because your life will change, whether it's you learn many things about yourself spiritually, whether you need some improvement in your acting, or you get signed by an agent and manager. There are so many different experiences that anybody can have. I hope you do. I'm very grateful for One-on-One.
Hey guys, my name is Michael, and I just moved to Los Angeles from New York City. I knew I had to get an agent, but I thought there's no way I'm going to get an agent that quickly, having just moved here. Well, I signed up for Next Level's LA Showcase, and literally the moment it ended, I got signed by Sarah of Black Apple Talent. She's the perfect agent for me. It's the perfect agency. It was an ideal match. And I can guarantee you that I would not have met her. I would not be a signed working actor in Los Angeles right now, having just moved here, if I hadn't taken the LA Showcase with Next Level. So if you're looking to take your career legitimately to the next level, these guys, this group is amazing. And I would not be where I am without them. So thank you, Next Level.
Hey, I'm Noko, and I just attended the LA Showcase for Next Level Studios, and I signed with the manager. And she's really cool. I'm really pumped about it. It's also a really great way to not only meet industry reps, but I made really good friends on a different coast when I moved out here. So just keep doing you and keep showing up, and someone's going to recognize you for it.
Hey, so I'm coming at you today to talk a little bit about my experience with One-on-One. And my success story here actually starts way back years ago when I was living in New York. I recently just moved out to the West Coast, but lived in New York for about 14 years as an actor. And there was a time there that was pretty dark. I'm sure we've all really experienced that feeling of not knowing what's next, not knowing if you should continue with this. And I was looking for new representation and not really sure like what direction to go and what else to do. And so I decided to audition for One-on-One. And I did one of their agent and manager sessions and went in and put myself out there. And honestly, it was scary. I think that's the one thing that I just want to say is it can be really daunting to get the courage to say, hey, I feel strong enough about wanting to do this that I'm ready to be seen and I'm ready to put myself out there and show them what I've got, because I want this. And just the decision to do that was a big one. But through that manager and agent session, I met my manager. I can't describe to you the feeling of, doing my piece and having this instant connection with him. I had never felt like that I was able to have like an honest, vulnerable conversation with someone on the industry side of things, like ever in my career. So I felt seen, I felt validated. It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. I left the room and was taking the elevator down from the New York studio, One-on-One, and I was like trying not to cry because I just was so grateful in that moment to have met him. So he emailed me the next day, we signed, and in the next 3 weeks, I was auditioning, got callbacks, and actually booked a national commercial within the first month of signing with them. Then we went into the pandemic, and I had booked a voiceover, which was a new thing for me. I had auditioned for a couple of them, but wasn't really into that industry at all. And throughout the pandemic, voiceover was just booming because everything was remote and that's what we had. And so I decided to take a voiceover class with One-on-One. And through that class, I learned about voiceover. I learned that I was extremely into it and really wanted to do it. And through the showcase at the end of the class, I actually ended up signing with my voiceover agent. And my life has completely changed since that. I now audition for voiceovers every day. I have my own remote home studio set up, which is amazing. I work from home, and I have booked national commercials, and it's completely changed my life. So thank you, One-on-One, for that. So that was little milestone number 2. And then recently, in the past couple months, my fiance and I have moved out west and left New York City after, over a decade of being there. And I was really, excited, but also just overwhelmed and a little scared because I had been in New York for so long and developed this community and this base there. And also this momentum that it was how do I take this and start out west? And what is the LA industry and how do I even get in? And so I decided to sign up for the LA Showcase. And I can't describe to you how important that was for me. I did it within a month of moving out here, ripped the Band-Aid off and went in there, and it was so intense to be in person again with everybody, but the feeling of just adrenaline and motivation and passion just to be in the room with actors again and this whole new industry was amazing. I learned so much about what the differences were between the New York and the LA industry and where I kind of would fit in there. I ended up having interest from a couple agents and managers and ended up signing with my agent now that I am really excited about in LA. So I guess what I want to say is One-on-One has been the single most important career tool or thing that has influenced my personal acting career and life in so many ways. And so I just have to say to you out there, if you're questioning, should I keep going? Should I do this? Absolutely do this. The industry is looking for you to share yourself, your authenticity, and it's scary to put yourself out there. But I will say that if I had never have if I would never have gone out there and actually done the classes, the workshops, I wouldn't have any of this. So I just say go for it, be courageous, share with the world what you have. We want to see it. And hopefully we'll see you and work with you soon. Best of luck.
Hello, Internet, Instagramosphere, TikTokverse, or Metaverse, however you guys are watching this. My name is Cameron Gregg, and I'm so excited to say that this year, with the help of One-on-One and Next Level Studios, I was able to find a really great fit for representation. I found an amazing manager. I did it through their showcase. It happened over the summer, this past summer, and it was a little bit daunting, but they walked us through every step of the way. Each of us was given an opportunity to just have that platform to really knock it out of the park. And yeah, it feels good. It almost feels like wearing your favorite robe, because I get lots of warm funnies. Get some of those too. I get a lot of warm fuzzies when I think about how great it is to find a good fit representation-wise, someone who sees my potential, sees my career trajectory, and believes in my goals along with me. So I would say if you're feeling stuck or you need some encouragement, I decided this time when I showcased to bring material that was completely and totally me, that expressed the uniqueness of me. So the right fit is out there for you no matter what you're seeking. Just show up with you. Some of the best advice I've ever gotten and has been really effective for me is you are enough. And I couldn't say that more emphatically. You are enough. No matter what it is that you have to bring to the table, your unique talents and gifts are not just enough, they are needed in this world. Absolutely needed in this world. So show up as you, be bold, be beautiful, be you. You are enough.
Hey, my name's Case, and I just wanted to take a moment to kind of trace my origin story with One-on-One. And that begins 3 years ago when I was at a low point. I felt like I was treading water. I was self-submitting, didn't have a rep, and was wondering, what am I doing here? Do I have a place here? I loved the work, but the work wasn't coming and it felt totally out of my reach. So at that point, I started looking at other things and was just waiting to put tuition down on a program that was going to help me pivot out of it when I heard through the grapevine about the LA trip with One-on-One. And even though I kind of emotionally divested or tried to, I thought, okay, this will be my last hurrah just to see how it goes and then on to greener and more forgiving pastures. So the weekend rolls around and I have pretty much zero expectations for the LA trip. And I leave floored because coming out of the CD workshops and the agent panels, I felt like I had a place here. The imposter syndrome was gone. And that alone was just enough for me to feel like it was worthwhile. But on top of that, I also signed with my first agent and met these two CDs whom I developed these relationships with and started planting this garden of sorts that it just showed that the work was within reach. And it was so nice to feel like it was in my power to be able to actually affect some change in my career. So that's to say, if you're feeling one of those moments where you don't know what's next or how to take charge, like, this is a tool. Take advantage of it. In the immortal words of Michelle Tanner, you got it, dude.
What's up, everybody? My name is Marshall Bennett, and I want to give a big shout out to Next Level for helping me meet my new theatrical commercial agent, Black Apple Talent. Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, that was a good day. And let me just say that I had a really good time during the LA trip. It was 4 days long, and I really met some great great other actors and actresses and whatnot. Next Level does a really awesome job of helping to break the ice to make it feel like we're in a really collaborative environment and not competing against each other, you know, because you really need some good friends in this industry. Do you know what I mean? And not feel so lonely all the time and trying to do what you do, because we're all just trying to do, you know, the same thing, express ourselves and create really good art and entertain folks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, in terms of tips, I would say this, you know, it was a showcase, so we had to perform in front of agents and such, and I would say this: be proactive from the very beginning when you enter the room and establish yourself. You don't have to wait for the agents to say something and whatnot. Thank you very much. Marshall Bennett.
One-on-one has been so great. Going into it, I definitely wasn't expecting the results that I saw at all. Just being able to be re-inspired by, you know, my peers that were also in the program, and meeting casting directors that helped us with the scripts, and playing games with my peers that kind of opened up the comfortability was just so helpful. For once, you know, you get into the room with, you know, people that are there to judge you per se, because you realize that you're not there for them or there for the end goal, which is to get signed or repped or anything like that. But once you show up as yourself and just have fun and be authentic to who you are, that's when the results that you're looking for just come into play. And thankfully, I was called in by 2 different agents, 3 different managers, and ended up signing with a manager. So just exciting stuff. And, you know, I didn't go into the program even thinking that, you know, I was going to sign right away or anything. So it's a great experience altogether. I think if anything, you just go to have fun and learn something you didn't know before. So I totally recommend, and yeah, just go out there, have fun, do you, and hopefully, you know, you get signed or repped. And yeah.
Hey y'all, just signed with Black Apple Talent, Sarah Yapelli of Black Apple Talent, and she's amazing. She's an agent that doesn't make me feel stupid or worthless, which is important. And let's see, what does success feel like? Success feels like LeBron James getting 56 points last night. Let's go! I don't know, success in this regard felt like just another step. This is a big journey, as I'm sure everyone's been told and everyone's heard a million times. But it's just one step in my vision for what a successful actor is for me. You know, I've been submitting to a bunch of different agents, managers, what have you, over the course of quarantine and then into 2021. But I didn't get to meet anyone in person and actually showcase myself and my talents until One-on-One Next Level gave the November showcase in LA. And that's really what made the big difference for me this last time around. Yeah, just getting in front of people and showing them who I am was helpful, it turns out. And Sarah liked it. She was like, you know, there are lots of guys just like you, but you were just weird enough that I thought, yeah, sure. And I was like, oh, great, thank you. You know, there's no real magic to any of this, which is kind of an unsatisfying answer, but there is no special, I don't know, like potion or spell to like make this work. You just gotta keep going. I really don't know how else to put it. Just keep being as much specifically yourself as you possibly can. At some point, someone will notice. Just be you. Don't try to be anyone else, please.
Me and this unicorn just want to say Next Level is like a unicorn. Thank you so much for your showcases. I am exuberant and still speechless saying that I now have representation in Atlanta and in LA. I met Jara at Avery Talent through Next Level's Atlanta Showcase, and I met Dee Russo at the LA Showcase at Eris Talent. Oh my goodness, thank you Next Level. I did a side from the site. Yay, thank you. And especially, I can't stress enough to other actors to attend the talks and the classes that happen around the showcase audition. Cree and Brian put together, because that really, everyone who came in was so informative, and it really gave me a sense of reality about how hard the reps' jobs are and how busy they are, and what can I do to make their lives easier, give them what they need to succeed. And I'm just so thrilled, and I finally am so ready for some auditions. Thank you again, Next Level. Cheers. Best of luck, everybody. Break a leg.
Hello, one-on-one Next Level Studios LA community. My name is Ian M. White, and I am a queer identifying actor, writer, and producer. And I'm making this video because I recently participated in the Next Level Studios LA trip, and I came out of it with a new manager, Jerry Silverheart from Silverheart Entertainment. And I think that experience really validated a lot of things for me in that I was working properly and doing the work that was necessary to get me ready for this career in this industry. And for many years, it felt like, you know, I don't know if I'm doing the proper work because, you know, a lot of times it just feels like we're screaming out into the void, you know, and now it feels like there's voices screaming back, which is great. The experience was really great because I think I went into it with a good, healthy mindset where I wasn't like trying to people please anymore and be like everyone's cup of tea. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go into this and give my most authentic self, which I've had to learn how to do as a queer person in this industry. And I just have to go in and give what I can give, and I won't be everyone's cup of tea, but I'll be some people's cup of tea. And I came out of that experience with meetings with 4 different managers, and I decided to go with Jerry because he really understands like what I'm up against as a queer person in this industry, and that was really important to me. And now he's like the grandfather I never had. Okay, he wouldn't appreciate me saying that, so I'll say he's like the sister I never had, even though I have a sister, but she won't watch this, it's fine. So we have such a great working relationship, and so far we've brought on a theatrical agent, a commercial agent, and a voiceover agent, and it feels like I'm finally getting like my business up and running, because up until this point, like I had only had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 like co-star TV auditions ever, and those just came from taking classes with casting directors and them really liking me with Next Level Studios LA. But now it's like I've had 3 series regular auditions and like parts that really fit me and are like really gratifying to work on as an artist. And I've came close to some nice jobs so far, and I'm still working towards booking that role that will really show me off. But that's not how I'm quantifying success so far. Like of course I want to book those jobs, and I will eventually, I know, because I am ambitious and hardworking and I don't get discouraged easily. And you know, what's for me will come to me. And that's kind of the attitude that I've taken so far with things. And so it feels like things are starting to move, and we'll see what happens. I'm pretty much indebted to Next Level Studios LA because it was a great experience, and I came out of it with a really wonderful team that believes in me and my work ethic and my artistry, and what more could you ask for, really? I mean, it's been great. So my advice to anybody who wants to go on the LA trip or any of the other trips or take any of the manager or agent panels, give what you give and be your most authentic self and show the power and magic that you have, because that's what's really important. That's all you can really do. So go for it. All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hello, my name is Kapenakia, and I get to finally call myself a working actor now. Like what? It makes like all the work and the time spent and the money spent and the sacrifices so worth it. You know, I had recently moved to LA, I had my manager, and I had my actor's portfolio, got my resume, headshots, demo reel, all that stuff, and I just felt stuck. I didn't know what to do next. So I was like, I asked my manager, what do I need to do to get to the next level? And she was like, the only thing that's worth its weight in gold is this program. So I did it, and gotta say, it has been a life-changing experience. I learned so much about myself, what I as an actor can provide. I have a laser-focused trajectory now in this business. There's so much insight provided at these showcases where you perform in front of a panel of industry professionals. There's agents and casting directors and managers, and there's even a motivation coach. Love her. I can't spoil all of it for you. You've got to experience it for yourself. But I will say, it doesn't matter what your experience level is. I mean, the actors there, everyone there are in it to win it. There are people that have been in the industry for a very, very long time. And there are actors that are greener like myself. And we're all here for the same goal. You know, what is that next level? How can we get to that next level? And all across the board, there have just been positive feedback about it. You know, we have a little group of us that still stay connected, and yeah, the success that we've seen since then. I myself, I signed with my agent, Greg Scudery, with Master Talent Agency, and since then, I mean, my life has been a roller coaster. I have been up for a lot of series regular roles, you know, lead roles, co-stars, all roles that I'm so, so grateful to even have the opportunity to be auditioning for. And I've even booked my first role with General Hospital. So thankful for that. So thank you, Next Level Studios LA. If you yourself feel stuck, you've got a foot out the door, or you're brand new, I highly, highly suggest going to one of the showcases. And yeah, I'll leave it at that, so I don't want to spoil it for you. I hope to see you at one of the showcases or meet you soon. And until then, thank you so much, Next Level Studios LA.
My name is Jimmy Yim. I recently attended the LA Showcase with One on One, and afterwards I signed with a new agent and a new manager. And I think it's such a great opportunity for people to really meet so many industry professionals and other actors that are going through the same thing. It means so much to just know that other people are supporting you, that they understand what you went through, and what you're going through, maybe still. And for me, I think my biggest obstacle was saying yes to it, because it's set up in a way that's so conducive to success that you just kind of have to really face, like, do I want this? And if the answer is yes, it's going to be there for you. So yeah, I would say just go for it. And it's such a great way to meet so many agents and managers to see if that chemistry is right too, you know, like they fit in well with your team and if you fit in well with their team. So yeah, if this is something you want, say yes and go for it. Good, best of luck.